social studies in your general class?
World War I.
World War I, okay? Can you tell me anything about it, what you know about it already, Ryan?
What's it called? I'm just gonna tell you how World War I happened. I forgot. I don't know how to say it. Something spy.
Okay.
Killed this. I don't know.
Okay.
Archduke.
Okay.
Or something.
Mm-hmm.
A Serbian spy killed.
Yeah.
Ferdinand.
That's part of it. We're gonna talk just a little bit about that today. What do you got, Mason?
That they used they used gas masks and they used a whole bunch of new technology.
Yes, that is a big part.
Like
One more thing.
They use like new weapons.
Yes.
Like airplanes, just cars.
Tanks?
Or
Yeah.
Tanks.
Yep. Y'all know a lot about it already.
U-boats?
U-boats?
Sunburn.
Okay. Yes, there's a lot of new technology coming in from World War I. All right, so we're focusing on this standard today. Describe U.S. involvement in the World War I and post-World War I America. That's what you're focusing on in your general ed. But so we can really help us understand the war better, and here we're going to focus on learning key vocabulary words, and so this will equip us to get that information down and then be able to apply it better. Woo! All right, so now for the draft. Okay? I have some countries in here, and each one of you are going to pick a country, and you are going to become this country for the rest of the week. Does that sound okay?
No.
Yes.
All right. Okay. So,
We're not actually going to become
you ready? You ready? How many sides were there to the war? How many teams?
13.
Not countries. How many sides?
There was two.
You're right. There's
There
two.
was
Do you
two,
know the
but-
names?
No.
Wait, hold.
The,
One of them starts with an A, right?
Yes. So we got the
Allied force.
Allied powers, and then we have the Central Powers. Okay? So we're going to go around, and then I want you to pick one.
I'm just going to close my eyes.
All right. We'll see. And then once everybody picks, let me know what you got. No more? There's two more? Oh, yeah.
One you wanted.
I got Australia. No.
Ottoman Empire.
Okay, who is
I got
Russia?
France.
Russia, Mason. All right. You are
I got
Russia.
Australia.
Okay, so I think that means you got Austria. Wait, let's see. Austria, Hungary.
The turkeys.
And that makes sense because you seem to be always hungry.
I thought we had to put it in our shirt.
Okay, Ottoman Empire.
He's the Ottoman Empire.
What the heck
Ottoman.
is drawing? Everybody else is
Listen, I messed up, but tomorrow I'll get you another one, okay?
Give me another one so I can.
I'll give you one with a nice flag. I know my writing's not that great. And if, who are you?
Why is it my
Germany.
What was he?
Germany, and what'd you
France,
get?
come on, I want
Josh?
France.
France.
More France.
All right, I might have to hear your accent later. Okay, you can just leave that on the table. And so what we're going to do with these, you're going to stay your team all week, and then we're going to have 2 battles a day, okay? Where I'm going to show one of the battles that went on in the war, and then we'll figure out who won the war, or who won the battle, okay? And we'll tally it on the board every day. Okay, sound
So
good?
it's gonna be like Battleship. It's almost like Battleship.
Okay, so
That kind of looks like a lightsaber on
yes,
each
it's
of their
2 hands
shirts.
shaking, okay? Right there?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So, let's say, we already said that there was 2 sides, right? 2 teams. Then why are there 5 countries? Were there 5 teams?
No.
No. What's up? You know, Josh?
5 join one team, I think.
Okay. There was more countries involved in this. We only have 5 students, so we only picked 5 countries. What do you think, Mason?
If you say allied, so allied means more than more than just one.
Okay. Yeah, so this,
would mean that more people join each side.
Yeah,
Like Russia
exactly.
could join France or something like
Right. Yeah, exactly. So, exactly what he said. This is our first vocabulary word, an alliance. Okay, so do you like soccer, Omar? Anybody in here like soccer or any sport? Football? Okay. So what do you like?
Football.
Football? Okay, so either one, football or soccer, okay? So let's say you have a lot of team members, right? On your team, on your one team. So if I had a soccer team and all of you guys were on my soccer team, then each of us are allies, okay? We're going to work together to try to beat the other team, okay? So together in football or soccer, we would be an alliance, okay? Working together against other teams.
No, I choose football.
Football, okay.
That's not football.
So listen, y'all all have a different country. Can you guess? Who is my allies? Because you're going to have some enemies here and some allies. You're going to have some on the central team, central powers, and some on the allied powers.
Soccer.
You take a guess?
I mean, football. Yeah.
Looking around, who do you think is on your side? Russia? Ottoman Empire. You might be right.
That's what I was gonna say.
Who do you think, Angel? You're Germany. Who might you be powered with?
Germany.
No, that's probably not.
Austria, Hungary? Okay, we're going to find
Nope.
out.
Yeah.
Let's see.
They are.
Okay, so here we have the map in the purple.
Russian
Triple
Empire,
alliance.
The central.
France.
Italy, United
And
States.
then the Allied powers, which was also called the Triple
Germany.
Entente.
Look at the United
Germany.
Kingdom. Why
Okay, so who's on the Allied power? Raise your hand. We have Great Britain. Is Britain over here? Nope. France?
France.
Oh, we got an Allied power. Russia?
That's it.
Oh, okay, so look at your team member, okay? Italy. Italy's not present. United States.
1917.
Central powers, that means Germany,
Germany.
Austria-Hungary,
Me.
Bulgaria, and the Ottoman Empire
Nobody's gonna
are
work
a
with
team,
me.
okay? So who's on your team?
I already know we're losing. Which one goes in the
You don't know about the battles, though.
Oh, it doesn't.
We're having battles.
It's
We're not
not-
doing just the...
Oh.
Okay, yeah.
So we're gonna
Alright.
fight each other.
With real swords.
The swords.
Bing, bing.
The sword.
Okay, so we're going to read a little bit about what happened, and we're going to try to find out
There wasn't horses. in
what's
World
going
War
on
II.
just a little bit.
Actually,
Yes,
there
there
was.
was. They still use horses.
I think we're on this one first, Andrew.
There's
Okay,
horses
so
in World War I and
introduction to the war. You ready, Josh?
I don't think there's.
Okay.
Why?
I'm going to read it for us. Ready, Omar? For hundreds of years, countries in Europe have been at war with one another. Oh my goodness.
No.
Okay.
It's not even recorded.
Each nation wanted more power and more land, and we will learn about what that definition is more tomorrow. Each nation wanted more power and more land, which they hoped to take from other countries around them. All right, other countries around them. By the start of the 20th century, most European nations ruled a handful of other countries known as empires, okay? And then y'all were talking a little bit about this, Brian and Mason, about how there was a lot of new technologies, and you said tanks, U-boats.
He said tanks.
U-boats?
Yeah,
He
U-boats.
said
A
tanks.
lot of new technologies, a lot of,
guns, swords.
yeah, a lot of weapons
swords
were first created in this war. Okay, so that was called the arms race. The Europeans, other countries were fearing like, oh no, this country can't get ahead of me. We got to get ahead of them, so let's invent this. And so it was called the armed race, okay? They were seeing what they could have over that other country to beat them, okay? There's some things we don't really have to. All right, okay. 1914, the year the war began, okay, when the heir to the, and this is what you were talking about, Ryan, Hungarian throne was killed. Omar, your prince was killed. Your prince was killed, and that started a lot of bad things. Okay, you had some beef with some people. Okay, so he was killed in 1914. Listen, It was just months before all of Europe was at war. Armies marched away, expecting a quick and glorious victory, but both sides were sure the war would be over by Christmas. But nobody was ready for this long and drawn-out war to come.
4 years.
4 years. They thought it would be done by Christmas. It started in June. All right, what you got?
Chloe, in my class, she goes and says she might say 4 years, and she says 4 hours.
That would have been nice. They wish it was only 4 hours. Okay. So, can y'all read that?
No.
These
No, I
little
can't see
words?
it. No, you can't see it.
Okay, we're gonna keep a tally over here.
Here's your house little issues.
Okay, so we're focusing on the countries that I listed, but there were a few more that were involved that we don't have to focus on. Okay, so what were the two sides? What were they?
Central Power and Allied.
And then Allied? All right. We're just going to leave that off for right now, so I don't have to write all that. Powers. Okay, so I'm going to read out this timeline, and then I want y'all to figure out, okay, who's against who here? So y'all got to put your thinking caps on, okay? All right. June 28th, Archduke Ferdinand is assassinated. That was your guy, Austria-Hungary. Okay? Austria-Hungary declares war on Serbia. What side are you on, Austria-Hungary? Central Ally.
Russia.
For what?
Wait, what?
Let's see. Austria-Hungary, you're in blue. So you're on a central power. Remember that, okay? So you're central power, so we're going to put, can I just put AH for you?
Sure.
Okay. Austria-Hungary, you're on this side. It says that Austria-Hungary, you declared war on Serbia.
Serbia's
So what does that mean? What side is
Serbia's
Serbia
small.
on?
Allied. Serbia's too small.
Okay, I like the way you're
They won't
thinking.
win.
Serbia, okay. Let's see. Russia sends troops to defend Serbia. Huh. What's defend mean?
Russia's on Allied.
Defeat.
Russia's on
I'm not
Allied.
To
allied.
defend,
I'm
to
allied.
protect. To protect, yep, Angel.
I'm
But
allied.
it also
side-
means to defeat.
What side is Russia on?
I'm good.
If they're
Allied.
defending Serbia.
Allied.
Allied. Okay, Russia.
I'm gonna help Serbia.
Russia. All right, you got an ally right here. Okay.
And
Germany declares war on Russia August 1st. Germany comes into play. Declares
Who's
war on
Serbia?
Russia.
Who's Serbia? Germany.
Wait.
It's Central.
France is also up there in the blue.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. We're going down the timeline.
Germany is Central.
Germany Central, yep. Teams are building up.
I need your.
This is like the draft, okay?
It's too big.
August 3rd, Germany declares war on France. They're declaring a lot of wars.
Wait, what'd you say?
What did
Germany
France do to them?
declared war on France. What side is France on? France?
Allied.
Allied. Okay, France.
Thank you.
Teams are getting a little bigger. All right. Germany invades Belgium. Britain declares war on Germany. We have Germany. We don't have Britain. Britain
Allied.
Our ally team's getting pretty big.
We're winning. Big time.
Okay.
By
War spreads
Central,
to
we're gonna
Africa.
kill you in like
Okay.
2 days.
The first battle happens.
We have 4
The
people.
second battle happens. The third battle
No,
happens.
we have
And then September, the first trenches are dug on the western front.
which means we have either 1,000 or 400.
I believe that's
Those are the trenches look like.
right there. I believe is where the first war happened. Okay. So this is what we have so far. This is the beginning of the war, okay? We don't have to focus on these, but allies, they got a lot. The allied powers have a lot of allies.
Wait, was snipers invented back then?
I don't know. I
Yes,
have
they
to
were
look
because
that
they
up.
had sniper towers.
Oh yeah, they did.
That look like trees.
I don't know. That's a good question. Maybe so. Okay, think it through. So we're seeing many countries go to war. Okay? Think about this. That's pretty crazy. That's a pretty crazy on evidence that may have been happening in their home countries. If all these people are going to war, all these men marching off to war, what do you think? What can you infer that's happening in their home countries? What do you think, Mason?
That there's not going to be mining, there's not going to be food.
Food.
Because I learned this yesterday.
Why would there not be food?
Because the men aren't there to work.
And they also have
So they might be low on sugar, low
Yeah.
on milk,
Ryan, what do you think?
butter.
Did you have something to say? Okay. Okay, so the men that went to war, they had jobs before. What do you think happened to their jobs if there were no men there? France. Josh?
They would die.
Who?
Either side.
Either side? At
No,
home?
because